Now that I have photos of myself wearing my Christmas dinner party dress, it's finally time to talk about it in this video. I am sharing the finished dress, the changes I had to make along the way, and a technique that I tested for the first time using the band roll. Let's break it all down. Hi everyone, my name is Karen and this is my channel KGFL Creations. Welcome to another episode of #Friday Sews. Before we start talking about what has been going on in the sewing room, I just wanted to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. I know that by the time you watch this video, Christmas would have passed because I am recording a little early in the week because Christmas is coming. There's a lot happening during the week, so I am a little bit early, and I am talking about the Christmas dinner party dress, which happened last Friday. The dress was worn. I have pictures of everything, and now I'm ready to share with you. So things are a little bit out of order just because of the holidays, but Merry Christmas to everyone. Now, let's talk about the Christmas dinner party dress. I'm sure you have seen the first photo, which was in the thumbnail. I'll insert another photo right here with the ladies at the office. Turned out really nice. My little dress, which is this one right here. Turned out great. This fabric, it's nice. Now touching it while I was working with it, I know this is cotton and the print to me is like an African print. My cousin gave it to me, and this is from Brazil. That's where I got it, but it feels like a cotton poplin. I don't know if you can hear it when I touch it. I don't know if you can hear that, but it feels like a cotton poplin. It has that sound to it, and it barely. I already wore this dress. I did, and I did not iron it afterwards or anything, and it's barely wrinkled. You can see here, it is wrinkled in the back where I sit down here, and in the skirt, it is wrinkled back here, but the front, it is not wrinkled at all. And it turned out really, really nice. It was a quick sew. I did this pretty quick because I already knew how to do pretty much everything because I have done the muslin dress, the toile. And so this one came out pretty quick. The only thing different was the sleeve, which I'll get to it in just a little bit. I said that I had to make some changes, but first let me show you the little label that I put on. Don't know if you can see it. It says Panic Sew. It is cute. Well, it was a panic sew because I needed to get this pretty quick. Well, I said that I needed to make I made a couple of changes to this. Remember that I said something about the pockets, that I did not like how the first dress, the toile, was looking with the pockets on the side, and I figured out why I did not like it. When I made this one, I will insert a picture. Let me hang it here on the tripod. I hope it doesn't shake the whole thing. I'll insert a picture here. I think I still have the picture. My husband took the picture. It kind of bubbled out a little bit at the hips. When I looked at the picture, I'm like, this is weird. It kind of had some extra volume here to the side. And I think I know why. Because I made the C cup. Yes, I made the C cup. And when you make the C cup, the bottom of the dress, the front, has to be, it was the C cup front for the skirt. But that gives about, I think like an inch, it will be 2 inches because it's on the fold, more volume to the front of the skirt. So the side had like a weird bubble on the side from the waist down. And I'm like, oh, I don't like this. This is weird. So my husband took the photo. I came back here, and before I did anything, I hand stitched 3/4 of an inch on each side of the skirt. I hand stitched all the way up from the hem all the way, it wasn't hemmed yet, all the way up to nothing up here in the waist on both sides. And I went there and he looked at it and he's like, wow, yeah, it looks different. And I looked in the mirror and true, it was different. The hips went straight down compared to what it was. It was kind of like a little bubble like this. And I'm like, okay, this looks better. So that's what I'm going to do. I did stitch all the way down where I had hand stitched. So I went all the way down on both sides and I went to serge. And when I serged, that's when I cut everything off. These are the two little pieces that I cut. And at the fullest here, this is 3/4 of an inch. Actually, let me measure this. I thought it was 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, 3/4 of an inch that I removed from each side. This is one side here. Was supposed to be at the hem, all the way up to the top to nothing here where the waist line was. So this is everything. You see both sides here. I don't even know where it was. My husband started doing something in the kitchen and I had to stop and check what it was. I don't know if you heard that noise. So let's continue. This is the portion that I removed from the skirt each side to make it more of an A-line instead of the little bubble to the side. That made the skirt much better. Here, A-line here going all the way down, and I lost that one bubble. Why? I don't know, it was weird. It was weird. But yeah, it turned out really nice. The top here, really nice. I turned it to the inside and I top stitched the whole thing. Now, want to talk about the technique that I learned with this sleeve, the band roll, which is called fishbone hem, turned out really, really good. I did do a little video while I was making this little hem here, so I'll insert that video now so you guys can see how I did that and how it turned out. Now I won't live without it. I can tell you that. I am going to use this band roll for the first time, and my friend Jane from our sewing circle, she told me how to use it. As you can see here, I hope you can see it at the bottom here, right there. There's all these little loops right there. She told me to cut this little section right here, and I did cut this section, which is this portion right here. I cut it all the way through up until a certain point that I thought it was enough for me to use, all the way to here. And then I snipped in about 1/4 of an inch. It's actually a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch. And then I started pulling all of the little threads, these right here, until it was the way I wanted right there. This is a tad bit more than 1/4 of an inch, but when I sew this, I don't want to catch this portion right here. I just want to stitch right over there. I will show it to you on the machine because I tested and it worked. It worked fine. I am ready to do the hem on the sleeve for my dress. I positioned the right side up, and then the band roll. Actually, it's called fishbone hem. I think that's what it is on my package, but it's the band roll, what it's called in other places. I am going to start stitching at my 1/4 of an inch mark right here, and I'm going to go all the way to the other side. So let's start this. I don't know if you can see, but I'm going right before this line right here. And you can see that this has a bit of a rounded edge. This is a flutter sleeve. So I'm hoping that I can manage this all the way around. So let's see. This is interesting because this has a little bit of a curve right here, but these little things here, they kind of open up. We'll see. We'll see what happens when I turn this. Okay, so now let's see if I can do this here in front of the machine. See here, this way you twist it once and then you do it again like this, so the band row is on the inside. And then I am not going to do it this way because I don't want it on this side. I am going to go to the other side here on this end. And let's see. So again, it is like this, right? I just sewed it. Turn it once, twice, and this is the hem right here, right there. So this is where I am going to stitch at the edge right here, and I will not be catching because I did sew a little bit in right there. Okay, so this is the way it's supposed to be. I am still going to put it on my 1/4 of an inch here on my machine, but I moved my needle 2 clicks to the right, because if I didn't do that, it was going to stay right in the middle. It was going to hit the edge right there, and I don't want that. I want it to hit a little bit in so I can catch the edge right there, and I'm still on my 1/4 of an inch as a guide. Now let's see how this is going to turn up. This is the second time I'm doing this. I did it on my little tester piece and it worked fine. So let's see. Let's start. And as I go, I kind of pull a little bit here to make it taut right here. Not too much to pull through the fishbone or band roll, whatever it is that this is called, just enough to make the fold right there. And this flutter sleeve has a slight curve, so I'm hoping it will look okay. Sometimes I hear the needle catching on these little strands, because this is, it's a bit stiff. It's a stiff material. Oh, I'm at the curve right now. This is looking good. Okay, it's time to pull this. Let's see how this turns out. See if I did it correctly. This is amazing. Oh, this one here caught on something. Oops. Don't know what that caught on. One of the stitches went right through the middle of one of them. So let's see. Oh, that's fine. Wow. Look at this. No more folding 1/4 of an inch and then 1/4 of an inch. No more stitching 1/4 of an inch trying to fold it again. This is awesome. Wanted to thank Diane from Diane and Stitches. She was the one that showed this a couple of weeks back, and I decided to get it. And I also wanted to thank Jane from the Saturday Sewing Circle. She was the one that told me to cut the edge and how to work with this thing right here. This is awesome. I love this. I'm glad that I bought 10 yards of this, but I will reuse it again and again. This side here is for the 1/4 inch. Don't know if this side here, I'll just leave it like this. Maybe I'll pull the other and do a 1/2 an inch, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But I love it. So you see how the sleeve turned out really, really nice. Now I need to learn how to use it in the round because I prefer to do the sleeve, sew the sleeve first and then do the hem. So I have to learn how to do that. But other than that, it turned out great. I just love, love, love the band roll. And I wanted to thank Diane from Diane and Stitches. She's in the UK. She was the one that had the video, and I watched that video and I decided to buy the band roll. Yeah, big, 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 big thumbs up. Now let's talk about the plans for this weekend and for the week ahead. Actually, I am not sure if I'm going to be able to get any sewing done. I am not sure. With everything that's happening during the Christmas time and the holidays and days off, and you have to go to work, and it's just people are on vacation. So it's just like, it's crazy time. So I am not sure. I don't have anything actually in the plans. I do want to make my Parker Ponte pants. If I get to it, that's fine. If I don't, it's fine too. I'm not going to put any pressure on myself to do anything because I do want to enjoy the holidays. Same thing that I hope you all are enjoying the holidays with your family and friends. If you liked this video, can you please hit that like button below? And if you can also subscribe, it will mean a lot to me. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. I will see you on the next one. Bye.